Hello everyone, it's Tuesday the 19th of May and I'm picking up where I left off yesterday. I was halfway through reading you something that I felt Jesus was saying to me in my journal. But before I do, I want to turn to scripture. Matthew chapter 11, you probably know this one, verse 28. It's Jesus saying, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me." And I found that one of the ways of doing this is by journaling. It's an exchange for burdens for Jesus' instruction. Isn't that amazing that you can come with him having been burdened and you can deburden yourself by pouring your heart out to him, which I find helpful to do through journaling. And then in exchange for that, you get teaching from him. You get to learn from him. And at the same time, you're taking his yoke upon you, his truth, his fellowship, his guidance. It says, "For I am gentle and humble in heart." You know, when we pour out our hearts to him and then we listen to what he's saying to us, one of the keys, I think, to realizing is this Jesus or not, is to know scripture, as I said before, but also one of the tests is it fruit of the Spirit? Is it love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control? And also it says, "For I am gentle and humble in heart." So is it Jesus? If it's gentle, if it's humble, then that's another indication that it's Jesus. And it says, "And you will find rest for your souls. And for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." I can't remember, or I can't tell you how many times I've come to Jesus burdened and heavy, in tears sometimes as I've been journaling. And I've come away exchanging his light and easy yoke, because I've deburdened myself. I've, like it says in scriptures, I've cast my anxiety or cares on him because he cares for us, and that's how we do it. That's how we cast our cares. Is one way anyway of pouring our hearts out to him and then listening to what he says. So I just want to finish off what I was reading to you yesterday. You know that scripture, don't you, that God says he's the Father of comfort and the God of all compassion. Well, it says, even I am he who comforts you. It is I who comforts you. This is why you should come to me and pour your heart out to me, so that you can draw close enough to be comforted. How can a person be comforted properly unless they allow themselves to be vulnerable enough to draw near and to be humbly honest? Many want comfort from me, but at a distance. They don't really want the comfort giver. They want quick fixes and sticking plasters. Real acceptance of my comfort requires full exposure of wounds and honesty of heart and soul. Pouring out your heart like water before me, which it says in Lamentations, is a huge part of this process. It is faith in my loving kindness that invests time in drawing close to me and trusting me to listen and respond in a way I see fit. This is how you cast your cares over to me and instead receive in exchange gladness and joy which will overtake you. This is real treasure. Treasure not hidden so that people cannot find it, but hidden so that people will seek and draw near to find it. It is liberating to know that you can come to me and talk to me about anything, to be who you are and how you feel. I want you to do this. I want my children to turn to me, even if they are angry with me. I am their shepherd, and I'd rather they come to me than not. Use these times to be honest with me and with yourself. You can thank me and write requests, but I want you to pour your heart out to me too. I don't just want to hear the positive things, the things that you think that I want to hear. Pour out your complaints before me. Come to me and tell me your trouble. I know your way and the path that you should walk. Do not hide anything from yourself or from me. This is a truth that will set you free. Be honest with me and you will find liberation in your soul as my spirit of truth transforms you. I am the shepherd of your soul. As you are honest and open up to me, you invite me into that situation and enabling me to restore your soul. So, another encouraging words there from Jesus as to perhaps why we should come to him and spend time with him in this way. And also, when it comes to hearing what he's saying to you, I don't mean you'll hear an audible voice. What I mean is, what is his heart saying to your heart? And so I'm going to turn to scripture again. If it helps, ask him, Lord, what are your thoughts about me? But one thing that helps me, I'm just turning to Revelations chapter 1, verse 12. One of the things that helps me sometimes, if I get a block, if I can't seem to hear from him or start writing, because I've had an inspiration as to what he's beginning to say to me, then I picture him in Revelations coming towards me like this. I turned around to see the voice that was speaking to me, and when I turned, I saw 7 golden lampstands. Now we know that's the churches. And among the lampstands was someone like the Son of Man, dressed in a robe reaching down to his feet, with a golden sash around his chest. His head and hair were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were like blazing fire. His feet were like bronze glowing in a furnace, and his voice was like the sound of rushing waters. I'm realizing I'm running out of time. So read it for yourselves and picture Jesus coming to you and saying the things that he said to John, saying to you. And sometimes that enables me to then start the flow of him talking to me. God bless you. Bye.